Got to do
Here's the thing. We're now in NCAA, and the lights and the field have come with us to the football hour. JD, we got ECU. We got NC State. This one opened at a much smaller line. This one has ballooned all the way up to 14. I'm trying to get the opening line here. I believe it was 7.5. It's double, JD. Can you confirm if you have that opening number? It was low. It's gone up a ton.
I know it's gone up. I didn't realize it had gone up that much. But yeah, it is definitely moved up there.
It has moved a lot. JD, you're a local Carolina expert. You know both these teams very well. What do you like in this one?
Yeah, man, definitely. These are two teams that the last game of the year was an actual bowl game, and they played against each other there. It actually was like a bowl game. There was a few guys that actually didn't play. But actually overall, like it was a good game though. Like they were still two teams that actually tried.
Absolutely.
Because these like two teams are actually very close, like they're always going to play hard. And actually ECU did actually win that game. ECU on the ground ate them up. They rushed. I forgot exactly what the number was. It was 300 and something yards actually, just on the ground though. It's actually the NC State team just could not stop them.
But there's some news about that though. They ain't got the backs anymore.
Correct.
They're all gone.
That is correct. But they do have three other backs that I think are going to be pretty damn good. And they're running behind a very good, actually, offensive line also. But I'm going to get into that here in just a little bit.
Right.
But yeah, so these teams played that bowl game, and now, getting back together here for the first game of the season. I've heard a lot from actually NC State, a lot of the NC State guys, a lot of NC State fans, as far as even the coaching staff is saying they want to come out there and absolutely whoop ECU. That is what you're hearing everywhere.
Yep.
I don't know if NC State has the defense to necessarily whoop a team like that. So that's why at 14 points here, I think that's starting to kind of creep up and get a little high.
Me too.
But before we get into that, these teams, I mean, just like basically every college team now, there's a lot of change. Like just with the portal and just everything, you're going to, like actually every year, you're going to see a ton of change. And actually these teams, yes, you have seen a ton of change. But I feel like, if this makes any sense whatsoever, I feel like neither team actually changed that much. The pieces that they brought in and what they want to do, I feel like is still basically the same thing.
Yep.
As far as NC State, back just over the years, when I think NC State, I think of actually defense. So this was kind of like the actual Sam Houston game last week. We think of that team as more of a defensive team. Yep. Well, last year the defense was not there for them, and this year I think is actually going to be the same way. The defense is actually going to be their actually weakest point. Now, as far as the ECU offense, I think that they're going to be good this year. They're going to be able to put up points. They're going to be able to run the ball, and then they're going to be able to actually throw the ball. And I think you're going to see they love to throw the ball downfield. They actually love to keep those humongous plays. And actually with such a good run game that I think they're still going to have, that is, of course, going to always open up those pass plays. Absolutely. And actually, this is an NC State defense that I think, that they're going to give up some actual like points here. Now, as far as NC State, as far as them on offense, I really like what they have going here. I do think this year they are going to put up a lot of points. I think this offense is going to be very good. I think this is going to be a pass-heavy team. And I think that they're going to work out well. As far as their wide receivers, I believe they're returning 3 of their top 4 guys.
Yes.
There's, of course, a big deal. So, yeah, there's what I'm seeing here. So as far as the pass, I really think, especially in this game, they're actually definitely going to focus on that. So it's kind of as you've heard me saying, as far as the offenses here, I really like them. They're both going to be, I mean, tempo is not going to be anything too crazy, but they are going to be on the faster side. Mm-hmm. But like I said, it's nothing like crazy fast. But Um, but then these defenses, like I said, as you can tell, I don't really like them either. Both of these defenses, they're in years here where they're just in actually like a rebuild mode.
Yeah.
So that's just kind of what you got. So as far as the offenses, they're both going to be good, and that's what you're going to do. And actually, that's how both teams are actually going to win games. The season is they are just going to. I mean, obviously, everybody tries to outscore their opponent, but
that is how you win a football game,
right? But actually, you know what I'm trying to say, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, guys, this one, I think we see a shootout here. I know as far as in the bowl game, I think that game finished like 26-21. It was a lower scoring game, so I think a lot of people are going to look at that, and maybe not think this is going to be a higher scoring game. I think 61.5. I think, I mean, like that's already a higher total. That's already telling you, okay, the books think there's going to be points here. But I think that's too low still. I think this is just like the Sam Houston game last week, where it just flies over this. So yeah, I think I definitely think that we're seeing some value there. As far as the side, I wanted to take ECU really bad. I think I have one of their hats around here somewhere. Yes, definitely wanted to take the ECU Pirates here, but I just can't. As far as this actually state, as far as their offense goes against this ECU defense, it kind of scares me, and I think they may be able to put up the actual bulk of the points here. I will tell you though, I am going to have a flyer on their actually money line though, because it's one of those games where it's one of those where you see they either do get blown out and they like lose by 21, or they somehow win. So the money line I think is around like plus 450 or something like that.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna have a small play there. I mean, very small. This is just for like fun type of bet. So yeah, gonna be on that. But I do have a big play on the over 61.5.
Let's see a ton of points here. I'm actually on ECU with the points, the plus 14. I think they will keep this one closer than what that is. I think that the betting early on this game has moved the spread all the way up to 14. I don't think that. I know that. We've seen that already. But it's just moved too much at this point. I think this game will end somewhere in the 9 to 12 point range. And at 14, we're pretty comfortable. Now, we could see NC State absolutely go off early, but I do see ECU being able to get back a little bit, being able to get some points on the board and keep this one relatively close. So for me, I'm absolutely taking ECU with the points here, the plus 14. And I think they keep this one close. A lot of people aren't very high on ECU this year. I'm not exactly high on either of these teams, but with the rivalry matchup, heated matchup, guys genuinely don't like each other. Some of the guys with less talent are still going to perform because this is a rivalry game in college. You see that all the time. These teams hate each other. ECU and NC State hate each other. It's a rivalry game, and they're both going to get up for it. I think this one stays close. ECU could even win this one. So give me the plus 14. Definitely going to be play. My clients will be on Thursday. JD.
Yeah.